Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance on hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know. Y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're all having an amazing day. Oh, I'm extra today, but you know what? I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Well, I'm starting to feel a lot better. So anyways, I won't go into that whole thing again because we've already been there a couple times. So today we're going to be talking about Casey Anthony and where she is now. Just want you guys to know that this video is just all for entertainment purposes only. Just for, you know, some of us that are curious and nosy and like to keep up with these kind of things. I know I do. If you guys do not know about Casey Anthony was a young lady who years ago was accused and went on trial for the disappearance and the murder of her young daughter. What had happened was Casey Anthony was a single mom who had a little girl, Kaylee Anthony, a beautiful, beautiful little girl who went missing. She was missing for over 30 days. Everybody was looking for this little baby girl, including her own parents. Her own parents are the ones that really started, you know, questioning Casey about where her daughter was, because all of a sudden you saw Casey out partying and hanging out, drinking and doing all the stuff, but she never had her little girl with her. Her dad got really suspicious. Now this is all the story because I don't really know. This is all alleged. But her dad got really suspicious and smelled something in the trunk of her car, which smelled that of a dead body. So he was freaking out. The mom was freaking out. There was a whole entire search going on for this little girl in Orlando. My mother-in-law even went out looking for this little girl as well too, because she used to live in Orlando. Like, it was a huge thing. The whole community and then eventually the whole nation was in on this case. Eventually, unfortunately, the little baby girl's body was found in a wooded area, decomposing. It was absolutely horrible. Casey went on trial for this murder. During this trial, Casey Anthony basically made the whole entire trial and court case like a circus. She started pulling up all kinds of stuff, saying that her father did things to her when she was younger, and like everybody really questioned how you could be out like partying, living it up, drinking while your daughter is missing if you didn't know what happened to her. Now, according to Casey, she had a babysitter that she babysat Kaylee, her little baby girl, and then the babysitter went missing with her. The only thing is, the parents never heard of this babysitter. Nobody knew of this babysitter. Supposedly she lived in like this apartment or this hotel room, and then she just went, you know, missing. And we all think, like, I know that not everybody handles trauma the same way. To be fair, a lot of people handle trauma in different ways. I know for me personally, sometimes when I'm talking about something very deep and very painful, I will smile. Like if you guys watched my Ed video, in a lot of it I was smiling, which may seem a little off to some people, but it's just like, you know, it's just like a thing that happens. So I do know that not everybody handles trauma or difficult circumstances in the same way, but still at the same time, you think like if your daughter, I know for me personally, God forbid my children ever go, like I would not be sleeping. I would be like you know what I mean? Like I just could not imagine, and I pray to God that I never have to. And like I said, to be fair, I'm not in that situation. I've never been in that situation, so I really don't know what would happen. But I do know that I would not sleep because I would be looking for my baby. I'd be all over the news crying. I would be, you know what I'm saying? Like you just could not imagine. And so she's out partying and and just living it up. So in the trial, they were, you know, asking her, why would you be out doing this? And she said that as a young girl, she learned to lie and hide things because her dad used to do stuff to her. So the whole entire defense that Casey Anthony had in the trial, from my personal perspective, in my opinion, is they were just trying to put doubt in the jury's mind. Because see, when you go on trial, supposedly the way that it's supposed to work is if you are found guilty, you are found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So they did not have to prove Casey Anthony was innocent. They just had to prove that there was doubt. And that's exactly what they did. They made it a whole circus. They put so much crazy stuff out there that they were able to add doubt to the juror's mind, and she ended up being found innocent. When she was found innocent, the world was shook about it. I'm talking about people were shocked. People did all kind of crazy stuff. People could not believe that she was found innocent. To be fair, at the same time, the jury was sequestered. So just like they are right now in the Amber Geiger trial, they were sequestered. They were not allowed to see the internet. They were not allowed to see anything except for what was presented legally in court. So although the world, all of us that was following along with this trial and was watching all this crazy stuff and seeing all this crazy stuff and was reading all these articles and doing all this stuff, the jury was not allowed to see all that. So they were only allowed to see what went on in court, and they had doubt in their mind, therefore they found her innocent. I did watch interviews from some of the jury members afterwards that said once they got out and saw everything that they really wish that they would have made a different verdict. But you know, that's the whole thing about having a free trial. So it was absolutely insane. The whole entire case was insane. I'm pretty sure all of you guys know about it, and if you have never heard of this, let me know down below, because that is, you know, very curiouser and curiouser. Why am I bringing this up to you today? Why? Well, because my little nosy butt was sitting on Facebook yesterday, and I was scrolling through, and a little ad popped up for People magazine, and they did an article on her. I'm going to read this article to you guys. This came out on September 27, 2019, so this is very, very, very fresh, and we're going to hear what they had to say about Casey as an update now. All right. Over the past several months, Casey Anthony started going out more and is trying to put her notorious past behind her, but a source close to her says she is reassessing her life and trying to decide her next move. The Florida woman, who was infamously acquitted of murder in 2011 in the death of her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee, has lived a low-key, uneventful life in the South Florida home of one of the private investigators who worked on her case. But now the 23-year-old is worried about her future. She feels like her biological clock is ticking, says a source very close to Anthony. She knows she's getting older. She's not the young girl who everyone saw on trial. She's in her 30s, wondering what to do next and hoping that she can find some meaning to her life. Anthony hasn't completely discounted the possibility of having more kids, though in 2017 interview with an Associated Press, she said she was unlikely to have more children. If I'm blessed enough to have another child, if I'd be dumb enough to bring another kid into this world, knowing that there'd be a potential that some little snot-nosed kid would then say something mean to my kid, I don't think I could live with that, she said. But 18 months later, Anthony has softened her stance and said she was open to having children. During 2008, an appearance on Dr. Oz, Casey Anthony's father, George Anthony, hoped that his daughter could someday be a good mother. If she's granted a chance to have another child, I hope that the child is strong and grows up to be a worthwhile part of society. And the person that she has the child with, I hope they are going to love her and that child immensely, George Anthony said. I hope whatever life she has left, she makes something positive happen in her life. Anthony began dating a man last year, but the relationship has cooled. She wasn't ready to settle down, the source says. But now Anthony's considering what her future could be. Marriage, family, the white picket fence, the source says. In some ways, that's very appealing to Casey. She wants things to be less dysfunctional than the family she had growing up, but she likes the idea of stability. If she starts a family, Anthony will have to overcome a controversial past that includes the 2008 disappearance of Kaylee, who was missing for 31 days before Anthony reported her missing at the insistence of her mother. After a worldwide search for the missing toddler, the girl's remains were found in a wooded lot less than 1/3 of a mile from Anthony family home. Anthony's 2011 trial was a media circus with at least 40 million people watching at least some of the testimony. According to research, she was acquitted of murder and manslaughter on the charges in 2011, but convicted of 4 counts of lying to the police. After her controversial acquittal, she was described by a Florida Department of Corrections as one of the most hated women in America. So that is the story. Casey Anthony is hoping to have another child in the future. I want to know what you guys think about that. Do you think that she should have another child? Do you think, anybody can change? She deserves, to be a mother and be able to mother again. I mean, what do you guys think? She says she wants the whole white picket fence and the whole family thing. That's appealing to her. That's appealing to everybody. That's also pretty much an illusion of television, like I guess every now and then you might see a white picket fence somewhere, but come on, let's be real. Life has its ups and downs. Not everything is all rosy posy. Everybody has struggles. Raising a child is hard. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how loved you are. Raising children is hard. And it takes a lot to do it, and especially to give a child a good home, a good stability, good mental health. So I am very curious to know about this. I would love to know even where her thought pattern is, her mental health is, after this. It doesn't matter. You just cannot imagine what she's gone through. She's gone through a lot. And I'm not saying that to be on her side or be against her. No matter how you feel about Casey Anthony, she has gone through a lot. So is she capable of raising another child? Is she capable of raising a child and loving a child the way they deserve to be loved? I don't know. I did read an article too that said that she was going to be coming out with a movie. Now, I heard that she was going to be coming out with a movie years ago, but I just read an article yesterday saying that she was going to. What do you guys think about that? I can tell you right now, if she comes out with a movie, I will be watching. I absolutely will be watching, and I absolutely will be reporting on it. But anyways, let me know y'all's opinion on this. I know a lot of you guys were deep off into this whole case and were engulfed in the case just like me and my family were, so it's very intriguing to me. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. As always, my loves, please don't forget to like this video. Like it. It's a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I love you guys so very much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust.